Recently, my mom and I bought a lot of like mint plants, and we put it like in a garden. So right now, I'm drinking a lot of water and tea with mint leaves. So I have my water here with my mint leaves inside, and it just gives like a refreshing taste, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I've been drinking this the whole time, and I feel like I just need this refreshingness to watch this show, because we left at quite a spicy moment in the previous episode. And of course, I'm talking about Beastars, and today we're gonna watch the third episode. And so far, I've been really enjoying this show. Like, we get to know Legoshi a lot better. We already kinda knew what his personality was like, and in the previous episode, we also kinda got to know like his inner struggles he's dealing with. And we also got to know Haru's personality a lot better. And now they had this like second encounter ever since that incident, and like there are some misunderstandings going on, and that's where we left off in the previous episodes. I'm really excited and curious to see what's gonna happen next. So without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. So let's go. Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're starting off with the opening right away. I like how this opening is already telling a story. At first, he's like chasing after her. Like his own instincts are telling him that he wants to go after her and get her. But then it's all pretty. He just wants to get closer to her. And then it's all happy, they really get along well. Also really romantic, probably. But then he's kinda like being called back by his own inner beast or instincts. Ooh, that's so scary. A wolf Mills born. Oh my gosh. Wait. Yeah, isn't. Oh, is this the guy? Okay. Okay, so this is the guy who cheated on the Cruella de Vil rabbit with Haru. And we go back to the gardening club. No? Oh, we're going straight into action. Is this some kind of grading? No, 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 no. This is what you think it is. And that's when the awkwardness kicks in. Oh wow, but she's really erotic though. So yeah, that shows how experienced she is with this, and he's still confused by what happens. Oh, look at that tiny door, so cute. Even though the truth is it's the opposite. Oh, he's not gonna judge her from those rumors. Oh, still blaming himself. So he's not ignorant, like he knows what it means and what is being implied by it. Is that the is that the headmaster? Yeah. Nope. Oh, Only people with issues. Probably. Why is there close up? That small face with big eyes. That's even popular among animals. So tiny. Mm. Well, yeah, he has an injury he's not showing. Yeah, you have to put it. You have to let it rest properly. Oh, he's really like following his hand movements. Your wild side. Even though he's the one who's always like generalizing stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. Like he's saying, like, you know, it it has more meaning if you're considered as weak and appear to be strong than whether you already are like seen as being strong and then show that you're strong. There's a difference. It's kind of like, when you're comparing a bodybuilder to um, no, I don't think that's a good example. No, but you wouldn't be as surprised if you see that a buff guy is being really strong. I don't know if that was a good example, but you know. that's a that's a Japanese myth, by the way, that they assume that there are rabbits living on the moon. That's like a tale they tell the children, just to clarify, because not in every country they tell that same myth. Oh, oh, just thinking about her makes him happy. It's so pure. At least for now, it's still really pure. So this is still the first day of the performance. Oh, okay. Okay, so what he's showing is really different from his inner thoughts. Okay, here we go. The first day of the performance. But ooh, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound good. So dramatic. Oh, oh no, it doesn't have a happy end. But I'm sure that this play will have a bigger role in this whole plot overall. Oh shit. But there's no way that he can do this on the second day. Because you're down. Wait, is this? Oh yeah, that's the ending. Oh, okay. Okay. So this episode, but more the focus on Louis, um, and less on Legoshi and Haru. Haru didn't appear in this episode at all, which I'm a little bit sad about. I just wanted to see more interaction between Legoshi and Haru, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Even though I'm still not a fan of Louis as a character, I cannot deny that he has a really interesting character. He's a really interesting character with a lot of depth, a lot of layers. Um, so in that aspect, he's really interesting. But overall, I'm still not a fan of his character, to be honest. So yeah, this was the third episode of Beastars, and like I just said, the focus this time was more on Louis, and yeah, like his values, are they really showcased what he stands for, and what he's fighting for, and yet just show that there's a lot more to his character than may seem at first glance. In the first episode, I just saw him as that arrogant character who has a lot of pride and really sees other species as less. Even the carnivores also, like, and we saw that in the way he spoke to Legoshi. Like the first time they met, he was like, do all wolves have bad manners, you know? Just putting people in little boxes and just sees them as less. But there's a lot more to it, you know? The thing he's fighting for especially is that he doesn't want to be seen as vulnerable and weak just because he's a herbivore. He wants to be treated just like a carnivore, just as strong. And that's why he gets annoyed by the way Legoshi's behaving. You know, like he said, Legoshi just doesn't take responsibility for his wild side. That's what they're calling it, wild side. I think that's also what I'm gonna call it. I just called it his inner beast, inner instincts, or his shadow. But I think just wild side is just simple, and I think it's a right description of what you would call it. So yeah, Legoshi just doesn't take responsibility for his wild side, so that's why he's just trying to ignore it, just hide it away. But that's what Louis is getting annoyed by, because Louis is from a strong species. You know, he's a carnivore, he's a cannon, he's big and a male. Even gender plays a role in this show. But you know, like, just Legoshi is just made from all these high high spec, dominant uh, genes. So not to make use of it, it's just a waste in Louis' eyes. So that's what they were like confronting each other of. And Legoshi said like, yeah, but me being strong doesn't mean anything. That's just what people already assume. If a person who is considered being weak, and in this case a herbivore, showing that it's strong has a lot more meaning to it, and that's also in real life what I wanted to show with my bad example. If, for example, a more vulnerable person, a weaker person is showing his strong sides, people are gonna be more impressed by it in general. So that's what Lewis was trying to tell, and and then Lewis was like, yeah, you might be right, but I didn't, you're the last person I want to hear it from. So that's when the whole performance came. I kind of have to rewatch it. I think there were words Louis said at that moment just before he went on stage. I think those words were really important, but it went a little bit too fast for me, so I have to rewatch that part again in order to absorb those words and really understand what he was trying to say. But what became clear instantly for me is that he has this side he's showing to other people, which is really different from what he is on the inside, his real thoughts. That's not what he's showing to other people. So he has this show he's putting on towards other people. Yeah, and I think it's just the pressure of him. He has a lot of things he wants to show. He has a lot of responsibilities, and then he has his own mission that he has to fulfill. So there's a lot more to Louis' character than it may seem at first glance, and that's what makes him more interesting as well. But just overall, it just doesn't really excite me. I just want to see more interaction between Legoshi and Haru. But I feel like the whole thing which going on with Louis and this whole performance, I feel like it's gonna have a bigger meaning later on in this show. So I'm just not gonna dismiss it. I'm just gonna absorb everything and keep it in my mind when I watch the next episodes. So overall, an alright episode. I'm hoping to see more of Haru and Legoshi in the next one. So that was my reaction, and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you want to see more, please check out my channel. If you cannot wait to see my next reaction, please check out my Patreon page. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.